Hey, everybody. There we go. Hey, everybody. Well, today I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. If you happen to be online, I would just love a little comment or a little like because I would like to know that you guys are out there. But let's get started. Today, we are going to work on something that in gymnastics is 100% imperative. Balance. We use balance in floor. We use balance in beam. We use balance on the bars. And actually, they even use balance on vault. You're going to use balance in cheerleading. You're going to use balance in soccer. You're going to use balance in every part of your life. And actually, we use balance every single moment, right? Right at this moment, I'm balancing because I'm sitting in a squat with on my tippy toes, right? And I'm balancing. Doesn't mean that I don't have my hands on the mat, on the table. I do. I got my hands on the table. But I'm still working on balancing. Let's start out with kind of some of the basics of balancing. Basics on balancing is we balance from whenever we start to walk, almost from whenever we start to crawl. Our walking, our balance actually starts with our feet, of course, because that's where they start. I'm actually going to move this down just a little bit. Just trying to find the right height, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But your toes are what keep you balanced, right? In a handstand, what is it that keeps you balanced? It's your hands, all right? Balance is all about using your toes and keeping your body tight. If you're standing there, you can rock back and forth up on your tippy toes. Or you can actually just stand there and realize that as you're looking around or doing anything, you're balancing. We don't notice it because it's something that we do on a regular basis. We do it all the time. So we don't even know that we are practicing balancing. Now, sometimes our balance gets a little off, right? If you lift up a leg, sometimes your balance can get off and you're teeter-tottering, right? Other leg. So let's try a few little things to see how your balance is. And then I'm going to show you some things that's going to help you to improve your balance in handstands, in standing, in all different kinds of things. All right. So first of all, what I want you to do is just stand up there and I want you to lift up one foot. Now, more than likely, you picked up the leg that is weaker and that you are standing on your more of your dominant foot. That is my right leg, so it's my dominant foot. I'm right-sided most of the time. Now, lift up that left leg. Oh, look, a little bit more of a wobble in the ankle. A little bit more. Now I want you to challenge yourself a little bit, and this time I want you to close your eyes. Lift up that leg and close your eyes. Ooh, yeah, it's different, right? Even just standing there, closing your eyes is a little bit different. Now I'm going to go to the other leg. I'm going to close my eyes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So when we're working on balance, really what we're working on is using our muscles and using our core. Your core are these muscles right here in this inside. If you have a strong core, more than likely you're going to have pretty good balance. When you engage that core, that helps you to have better balance. All right, so now we did that thing where we close your eyes, and that's when we started to rock. For me, I'm pretty good. I have pretty decent balance still, even though I'm 105, almost 106. But when I went to close my eyes, I didn't engage my core. And so that made me a little bit more wobbly. Let's try it. And I just want you to, when you're doing this, I want you to kind of suck in, squeeze all of this right here. And that's going to help you. Let's try it at least. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to squeeze. Yep. And I'm going to focus on squeezing. Good. Now look, after a while, I still do it. That means I'm not terribly, terribly strong. And while I'm doing it, I can feel my foot rocking back and forth. And that means I'm not squeezing my leg and my ankle and my core all there. If I can get all of that engaged, I get much more stable. Now it's hard to do when I've got my eyes closed. But, all right, so now we know we have to use this. So let's do some other things that is going to help us become stronger in our core, because that's going to be the key, strengthening our core. All right, so let's start out with a plank. This is one of the easiest positions that you can do. It's not easy, but it's one of the easiest positions you can do at home because you can do it right in the middle of your living room. You can do it anywhere you would like to go. You're going to put your hands down right here, and you're actually going to stack, as they say, your elbows on top of your wrists and your shoulders on top of your elbows. So they're going to be straight under. Now, if they're back here, that's not where we need them to be. If they're over the top, that's not where we need them to be. They need to be right on top of each other. And then we're going to push up to a push-up position. And we are going to try and hold that for a full minute. Now, for me, I can usually hold the plank for a full minute because I do this on a regular basis. But if you need to start out with 10 seconds of holding your core up, that's an improvement. We don't need to have big leaps and bounds. We need to have just little tiny things over and over again that help us to get stronger every minute. You're not going to get stronger and improve your balance immediately. This is going to take you to push just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, and you'll get stronger and stronger as you go through. All right, so let's get ready to do this plank. Ready? We're going to put our arms right here, and I'm going to put my feet out behind me, and we're going to get ready to hold it. Now, let me see if I can find my timer. I'm not very good at this. Nope. Ready? Here we go. And we're going to hold it. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go. We're going to hold it up nice and tight. Shoulders over your hands. Holding that core, squeezing that belly button. Squeezing it. Yep. Tummy in. Head in neutral. And a nice tight hold. Squeezing it. Now you're going to start to maybe shake. You're going to start to maybe wiggle. And you're going to want to come down. But this is the moment when you need to push through. The moment when it seems hard, when it seems too hard, is when you need to keep going. Now remember, you can only go as long as you can go, and I can go as long as I can go, and I've been doing this a little bit longer than some other people. So I'm going to keep going, and when you need to stop, you stop when you stop. Nice and tight, squeezing the belly, squeezing the bottom, squeezing the ankles. I don't want to see your feet apart. Not very far. They can be shoulder width apart. Right there. Keeping that tush down. My tush raised up just a little bit. That's not cool. Nice and tight. Need to check my time. Almost there. Hold. 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 And down. Good. Good job, everybody. Kiss your brains. I like to tell my 3, 4, 5, and 6-year-olds to kiss your brains because when they make a good decision. But I'll tell you, my 7, 8, 9-year-olds like it too. They like to be told they've made a good decision. So when I tell them to kiss their brains, they do it too. So kiss your brain. Good job, because you've decided today to make yourself stronger. All right? I'm proud of you. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so we've done the plank. That's going to tighten this body position right here, right? Now, we're going to continue working on those same muscles. So what I want you to do is we're actually going to just do a few little exercise using our butt muscles and our stomach muscles and our shoulder muscles really too. And we are going to do 10 on each leg 3 times. And the move is going to look just like this. We're going to put our hand right here. You're going to take your plant foot. I'll use my favorite leg, which is the right leg. And I'm going to lift up my back leg. And I'm using the opposite hand, so my left hand. And I'm reaching down. And then I'm pushing back up. Now, I'm using the core. Notice, I didn't stay tight because I rocked over. I'm not perfect either. I don't claim to be. Everybody here is working to make themselves stronger. Ready? Squeeze, bend that knee. Coach Leslie constantly tells me not to lock my knee out. Becoming a gymnast, I always feel like I should lock out my legs. So you don't want to. You want to use your stabilization leg and keep it a little bit bent. All right? Ready? We're going to do 10. So opposite hand. 1, 2, 3. Keep that belly tight. 4, lean forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now, let's switch legs. You ready? Same thing, opposite side. Left leg, right hand, lifting that back up. Now, where I felt that is right here. I felt just a burning sensation, which is okay. That means that muscle is working, getting warmer, and getting stronger. All right, so here we go. Lift and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to turn sideways. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 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 ooh. One last one. 10. Good. Nice job, guys. Super good. Now, just so you know, I actually have a muscle in my hip that hurts a little bit. So when I'm doing these, I have to be a little bit careful and really squeeze that area. You don't want to overuse that area, and that's one of the things that I have probably done. Is done a little bit of overuse on this muscle. So I'm trying to strengthen it in other ways. So sometimes I might not be fantabulous on this. So let's go back to that other leg one more time. Nice and tight, leaning forward and down. We got to do this one more time. Oh, remember, I got to bend my knees. Bend that knee. And here we go. 1, chest up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, now when I'm rocking, make sure you're pushing on your toes. 9, engage that core. 10. All right, switch legs. Last one, right? Other side, last one. Here we go. I'm going to go forwards because, ready? Bend that knee. Go. 10. 1, 2, 3. Keep that ankle tight. 4, 5. Reach your chest forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Feeling the burn. Feeling the burn. We're strengthening these muscles. Strengthening these muscles right through here. That's going to help us to be nice and tight in our core. It's going to help our ankles to get stronger. It's going to help us. The stronger we are, the better our balance is. That's what we're working on, is improving our balance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kick off my shoes. Now, those are just a few exercises that are going to work these core muscles in order to help you. But if you are a gymnast, not only do you have to have great balance up here, you have to have great balance in your ankles. Right? Walking on beam is not an easy feat. And especially when you're supposed to be up in something we call releve. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see my feet in releve. Not too close. Ready? Up, releve, heels way off the ground. All right? Now, in order to stay up on toe, just like this, kind of like in ballet, you have to have strong toes and strong ankles. Because guess what? If they're wobbling like this, that's not going to be very helpful, is it? They're going to roll an ankle. It's going to be a problem. And so one of the things that we work on in gymnastics is having tight ankles and tight legs so that we can stay in our releve position and do our turns. All of the turns that we do in most of the turns, won't say all. Most of the turns that we do like in beam, on beam, are in a releve position. You go up on your toe and you push forward. Now, that was not an amazing turn, I promise, and I'm sorry. So here, let's try it again. Up in releve and push forward. Now, in order to do that and not roll your ankles, you have to have really tight ankles, tight toes, and be able to stay in that releve position. One of the things that I like to work on with my gymnasts is just your ankle strength. And that is all we're doing is going up on our tippy toes and squeezing our ankles together. All right? Now, I'm going to teach you a quick trick. When you're doing, I'm going to even take off my socks. It's a little chilly outside, so I've had socks and shoes since I exercised this morning. Your feet, I'm sure, are somewhat like mine. I know, they're not gorgeous. It's okay. But do you see this little spot right here? Right here, it is just below your ankle knobby dealy. See that? That's your ankle bone. And for my 3 and 4-year-olds, because it's fun, I call it an ankle knobby dealy. Even the 7 to 9-year-olds enjoy it too. So right below there, if you go down, you have your arch. And it just makes a little indent into your foot. What I want you to do is take the indent of your big toe and put it into the indent of the other foot. Look, my heels, they match together. Now this is going to create a stronger front on beam because more of my feet can actually be on the balance beam. All right, so let's go up and let's start practicing with our balancing. Now, cheerleaders, this is great for you also so that when you are going, if you happen to be a flyer or if you're even a base, having strong ankles while you're doing this is probably super key, right? Because if you're doing stuff and you're running and you roll an ankle, that's not going to be good. Coach Shannon isn't going to be very happy, is she? She's not going to be mad, but she's not going to be happy that you're hurt, right? Right. Okay, so let's go up on toe. Now, one of the best things for strengthening is actually just holding it, is using those muscles to hold them together, squeezing your ankles together, squeezing and squeezing your feet together, and pushing on your big toe. This is one of those things. You remember I told you when we stand up at the very beginning, when you're standing there, you're rocking, what pushes down the most, right? You put a lot of your weight on that big toe. So that's what's going to help stabilize you. Your big toe is a big stabilizer. Your pinky toe doesn't do very much work, but that big toe does a lot of work. So let's practice going up on toe and holding it for, 30 seconds. All right? Okay. Ready? And we're going to do both legs a couple of times because you don't want one side stronger than the other. You want both sides to be equally strong. So if you're just working on your favorite leg, you're doing this other leg a complete injustice. So we're going to do it both sides. Okay? All right. Are you ready? And I'm going to come a little closer so you can see mine, and you can keep me in check just as much as I would keep you in check. Ready? And we're going to lift up. Remember to squeeze your core, squeeze your tush, and squeeze your ankles together. Ready? And lift and squeeze. Good. Hold it. Trying to stay up there as long as we can. Just 30 seconds. I know actually that seems like a long, long, long time, especially if you're just standing there, but it's not too bad. Yep. Good job, everybody. Good job. Should be squeezing your calves. All right. And down. Now I'm going to tell you, I don't have a timer on my watch, so I'm just counting. So it may not be perfect. I'm not perfect, I promise. Ready? All right, other leg. And releve, up, other legs in front, squeezing that ankle. Now this is my not so favorite side. Trying to keep those heels together, squeezing my legs together, squeezing my inner thighs together, and pushing down on my toes. And staying up in that releve. Good. Keep going, you're almost there. And down. Nice. Like it. Now we've got to do that got to do both sides 2 more times. Well, 1 more time each, right? 1 more time each. All right, here we go. Now, one thing that I want you to know is that you can't, as I said before, you can't just do this one time and expect your balance to improve. You have to actually practice this all the time, right? You can't just go, boom. It's not a magic pill. There is no magic pill. It takes time and effort to make yourself stronger, whether you're doing the splits, whether you're improving reading, whether you're improving your strength. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. All right, so let's go back to this releve hold with my favorite leg, the right side. I don't know what you chose first. And now one thing you also can do is lift those arms up here. And this is like a crown position, because you pretend like you're putting a crown on your head. I don't want to see your elbows bent, but I want your arms to be round. Or you can have your arms out if it helps you, straight out here like airplanes, right? And also I want you to remember to keep your chin up. I say all the time at the gym, if you're looking down, you're going to go down. Gravity works. You're going to come down. Okay, so keep your chin up so that your shoulders are back and you're facing forward and you're going forwards and up. Because if you keep your chin up, you might fall up, and that's probably a pretty good thing unless you're going upstairs, and that's not great. But anyway, here we go. Ready? And right leg. And releve. And hold. I have my arms in that crown position. Not that you can tell, but you can see my ankles. Trying to keep my heel squeezed to the other leg. And trying to hold it. Good. Keep squeezing. Now what happens if you come down in the middle? It's fine. Just get back up again. We all fall down. We just get back up. And we try it again. 30 and down. And switch legs. Ready? And releve up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Good. Now, little something entertaining. Just figured out I've got a clock sitting right there that haven't even looked at, and it's got a second hand. I could have been timing myself just like that. Well, I know now, so I'll help and try and do a little bit better job. Okay, now we don't have very much time, but I want to get into handstands a little bit. All right, one of the best ways that you can work on keeping your body or improving your balance while you're upside down is pushing through your shoulders and practice coming off of a wall. I have a wall that's right here. Let me see if I can get that there. All right. And I'm going to kick to a handstand with my hands shoulder width apart and my heels up against that wall. Now, there's two ways that you can do this. If you're wanting a great body position handstand, I want you to go the other way and put your nose against the wall. But because I usually have pretty decent form, I can go this direction. Ready? Here we go. And nice and tight, squeezing, pushing through that shoulder. And as you do this, if you lift your leg up just a little bit, move it a little bit forward. Can't see mine very well because it's in the tall. If you lift it forward just a little bit and push off that with the other leg, that will help you start to learn to balance. Now, your hands, when you're upside down, are just like your feet, okay? Consider this your heel and this your toes. So as you're pushing, you start to lean forward, squeeze that belly, and you push on your fingers so that you make your body go back the other direction. If you start falling this way, you push on the palm of your hand right here in order to push you back. And you're just always trying to come back to that center position. If you're in that center position, you're going to be where you need to be. All right. Now, it's not easy. And again, it takes practice every day or every couple of days. And one of the things that I want to see you practice on is once you get a pretty good balance, you can even start out as a headstand. All right. If you start out as a headstand, I have a few more minutes than I thought. Let's practice doing a headstand. Okay. This will start off our balance even before you can do a handstand. If you practice your handstand and practice squeezing, you're going to get better at this. So in order to practice a good headstand, I'm going to turn this just a little bit and I'm going to move out. I want you to be out here and we're going to make a triangle. Now I'm just showing you this here so that you can see when I get out over here onto the other mat or onto the other piece of carpeting because there's no mat there. Is our head is going to go down. Our knee is going to go, you're going to put your knees right here. Right? Good. And then you're going to try and squeeze your belly and you're going to try and lift up. And you can do that one leg at a time. You could do it both legs at a time. And now you can start using your hands to help balance. You can push on the heels of your hands to help you go up. And you can push on your fingertips to help you go the other direction. And you're on your head. Now you can get really good at this and do fun, tricky stuff. And if you're super good at this and super strong, you can do a handstand or a headstand push-up to handstand. You might wait till after you've done some balancing on the hands too to try that feat. But that means you are super strong if you can do that. I know several people who can do push-up to handstands, headstand to push-up handstand. And I used to a long time ago. Not so much anymore. 105 makes it a little hard to do that. Okay, not really. I'm sure there's probably somebody that's 105 that can do it. Just not something I've chosen to work on. So then once you have accomplished that headstand, go ahead and start the drills on the handstand where you're against the wall. And you can just gently push yourself off the wall to where you're balancing right in the air without coming down. And you can always put your foot back on the wall. I do want to make sure that you are in the correct body position. So if you have to turn around and put your nose against the wall, you just walk your feet all the way up the wall to the top of the handstand. Your hands are at the edge of the wall, and you walk your feet all the way up to the handstand. Up, here comes my puppy dog. That's all right. Oh. He likes kisses. I am not so fond of kisses. I'm not fond of doggy kisses. All right. I'm pretty fond of, if I could take a kiss on the cheek, but not from the puppy dogs. And anybody that loves it, go for it. I'm good with it. I just don't particularly care for it. Look, he's not speaking to me. He turned his back to me. It's okay. It's all right. But just wanted to let you know that you can work on this every day. And like I said, it's not going to happen automatically. It's not going to start out it's not going to work right away. Or it may not. Some people will, but it may not work right away. But keep working at it, and you're going to get better and better, just like your splits, just like your strength, everything. All right, guys, that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you again. We're going to work Friday on stretching, just different stretches, and I will hopefully help you understand what they do stretch. So I would also love for you to grab a roller if you have a roller, and we can talk a little bit about that too. So keep moving, keep going, keep being strong, stay healthy, and we miss you lots, and we are ready to get back to the gym so we can hang out with you guys. All right, guys, stay home and stay safe. Mwah!